All right, welcome back to the show, everybody. It's producer Pythagorean Theorem, Terry, whatever pterodactyl name you want to use this week. But we are back at it. We got some fun WTS of the week. We got trivia. We got Wiki Roulette. We got all the things happening in the Shy. And of course, music coming to you right now.
You can waste my time, my guy. We can go there if you want it.
Mike Tyson's son, do you want to bring this one in?
2 seconds earlier.
Sorry, I have a list because I just came back from the dentist.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, like start off with like what's one of your favorite
What's up?
like what's one of your favorite like shopping, like brands to shop? You know, like Kith or something.
Wait, what a long way to get to that joke.
That was a great bit.
Come on, man.
For those listening, you had to
Lord.
be here.
You had to be here.
You had to see it. You had to see it.
Well,
hit us with the first WTF of the week, man.
WTF of the week to this week is going to be about Jay Leno. Terry, have you heard about this?
Bits and pieces. I don't have the full story.
See, that's the
like
I feel like a lot of people have heard about this. Now, Maj, you haven't seen this really at all.
No.
Okay. Well, let me show you a picture of what Jay Leno looks like currently. Boom. That's what his face looks like right now.
Yeah, I saw this. He had a tumble.
He had a tumble.
That's the old, oh, wow.
The first thing I thought was he didn't fall. Someone smoked him. It looks like he got beat up.
Yeah.
He looks like he's just a chill dude. He's just like...
It's just a chill guy. It's just a chill dude. Upon further research, it has been confirmed that he did have a tumble. So Jay Leno is doing a tour. He's doing shows right now. Like he's currently doing a comedy tour. He stayed at the Hampton Inn in Greensburg, Pennsylvania.
That's all I have.
Random hotel. Why isn't
Jay Leno like a
billionaire
to 500 to $1 billion? Isn't he worth all of that? There has to be a better hotel than a Hampton Inn in Greensburg.
I have a lot of questions.
Like men of a certain age, it's like it was convenient.
Yeah,
and they probably had free breakfast.
Yeah.
It honestly could have been. He was performing at the Palace Theater in Greensburg. A lot of people are like, "Hey, why is he staying there?" Only other option would have been an hour away to drive. So that's why he decided to go there instead.
He doesn't have a helicopter.
Well, that's what I'm saying too. Like he should have access to anything that he wants.
Problems.
But part of me almost appreciates I know I have a lot of money, but I'm just going to do this because that's what anybody else would do without spending an exorbitant amount of money. Whatever. That doesn't matter. He wanted to go to a sports bar called Dino's next door. And there was a little bit of a hill in between the two. So this is the hill of the Hampton Inn. So map-wise, you'll see here, and especially if you're looking on YouTube, but let me open this image in a new tab here. He wanted to go across this area where the red circle is. He was just going to go down. Instead of going out to the street on the Town Square Road here and going up into the sports bar, he just wanted to go down the hill on the side.
He went down, I'm sure.
He fell quickly. You'd have to walk.
Dark.
I would assume so as well. He's 750 feet on the road. You could shave off about 350 feet by going down the hill.
Sure,
And Jay Leno's not a young man.
No. Now, do we know if he fell on the way there or on the way back?
On the way, that's
question.
That's a falling down the hill situation.
But you could climb up the hill and then fall back down the hill. You know what I'm saying?
It is said. I think it was the way there because it was before the show that he performed that night. Now, he fell down the hill, destroyed his face, and continued to do the show that night.
Of course.
He still did it because he's committed to his
part
craft.
of the bit now.
Dude, my man's getting the bag. He's like, I'm
at
not
the bottom,
shows.
It says, so he tripped, rolled down the hill, hitting his head on exposed rocks and earth on the way down the hill.
Earth.
God.
He got
exposed
smoked.
Earth.
He got smoked
He's
out
like
by
he's
the
doing like
Earth, man.
solo version of that cheese
Wow.
wheel
What a
race
statement.
in Ireland. It's just him trying to get some like
Oh yeah,
curds.
I
at
think
the
it's like
sports
Austria or Germany or something, like the cheese wheel race. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Dang. Oh,
That's
yeah.
so silly. They should put a sign up. And if they don't, we should, of just like, hey, Jay Leno ate shit here.
Oh, dude, that's the Jay Leno injury hill.
Yeah,
People
and
would
then that
go.
picture of him just like
People would visit
Yeah.
that. I'm pretty sure people would visit that.
that's I mean, I never like seeing people hurt like that just for no reason.
Yeah.
And I'm amazed that he's alive and not more seriously injured because he's getting up there, man.
He's all right. Let's play
Yeah.
some bets. How old do you guys think Jay Leno is?
He's got to be 73.
I have like 75. Terry, any guesses? Or did you already look it up?
I haven't looked it up yet.
Okay.
Who said 73? Somebody else said that 75.
73.
I said 75.
I'll split the difference and do 74.
Well, I'm
Of
happy that
course.
you did that because that's literally what the age is. Nice job.
Let's
Come on.
go.
Why don't
We
you
were
go
right
get
on
after it?
there.
I'm gonna watch the Price is Right.
Yeah, I mean,
Hey.
granted, Jay Leno hasn't been in the news a lot in the recent years, so maybe this is the best way to do that. He also has had facial reconstruction surgery
Mhm.
recently because he got into like a car explosion or a garage explosion.
Oh,
accident.
yeah, that's right.
That's right. Yeah,
That's right.
fire.
So like
That's right.
maybe the padding in his face helped. I don't know. Some would say. I'm not sure. Jay Leno, okay. Jay Leno, kind of a dog.
I mean, in many ways, yeah.
I mean, yeah, for sure, in many ways.
Yeah,
But like
in many
the
ways,
fact that the
dog.
fact that he's 74 years old and still went out and did the show was like, okay.
Dude, that's a man's man right there. That's
has
cool.
a-
That's in my mind. I would also
pretty
do the
wild.
same thing, but
Yeah.
I hope that I would not fall down the hill. Like he's a celebrity, so there's like other element to it. But like, what if I was like one of our parents? Like that sucks.
100. Well, you would be fine now because you're like young enough still.
Oh yeah, I'll
Like,
be fine. But like
at that
my
point,
dad's
it's
still
like
on the hill. Like he might not be fine.
at
Like,
that point, I'm like,
honestly,
what
well,
are you doing, Jay? Why are you doing that, Jay?
Yeah. He's like, I'm just trying to. I'm just trying to get a drink.
I just want to get a drink for the show. What are we doing? Just want to go get some spicy wings at Dino's.
Oh, he'll probably never stay at the hotel again. Or he'll make it into like a content piece because he's really good at making content, and they'll
Yep.
like have installed stairs just for Jay Leno to walk down during his
A
1
new
year.
path. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
New
the
path forward.
Jay Leno Memorial Stairs.
Oh,
at the
no,
Hampton
not Memorial
Inn in
Stair.
Greensburg, Pennsylvania.
Dude. See the fringe. That's the most American story though, because we are full of random tourist destinations that are like kind of not that spectacular. But
Plymouth
they're based
Rock.
off of like. Well, okay.
Have you seen that?
I've seen the bell too.
Have
know?
you seen Plymouth Rock? Have you seen what it looks
It's
like?
tiny.
It's not a rock. It's more like a Plymouth pebble.
Yeah, it's like
It's
an area.
crazy. I don't understand how they chose that rock. I don't.
Maybe it was the only one in that moment.
But it's like barely a rock. It's like I've seen rocks like that all over the
Everywhere.
place. All
Yeah.
over the place.
I would hate it, to be the historian at that time, like when they're founding America, because I feel like they had to write things in such like a grandiose style.
Yes, for
And
sure.
they didn't always have like grandiose subject matter.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
so
Plymouth Pebble right there. That's the big old rock everybody's freaking out about. There's like 3 of those outside
it's-
right now.
it's like a little oblong.
Yeah.
It's symmetrical without that line.
It's the size of a pillow.
Okay.
Great. That's where we
That's-
landed, boys.
Honestly, whoever put the
I don't
the
even
numbers
think
in
you
did a
could
hell of a
land
job.
on
It was
that
very well done.
physically. I think if someone tried to jump on it, only 1 foot would fit on it. Like you couldn't
Oh,
even land on that.
Jay Leno got chipped his second tooth out on that rock. I can
Yeah,
see it.
Jay Leno's rock that hurt his face was 2 times the size of that, I'm sure. What are we doing here? Yeah, we're
Wow.
great at that. Or like, like the Kennedy, like the assassination road.
Mhm.
There's just an X in the middle of the road.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And like a bunch of people get injured on that spot every
Yeah.
single year.
Yeah.
Like a bunch of
Yikes.
people do.
Yes.
Yikes.
There's I think it's Route 66 has like multiple stops, and then
Yeah.
like you can sponsor parts of it like as a memorial thing. And I remember we were involved in one of those like renovations in Boy Scouts,
Mhm.
and it was like a Blue Star Memorial Highway, and people will see that, and then like the AMVET's like tank that's next to it, and it's not marked before then with the sign, so people will just like literally stare at the tank and then there's so many accidents right there. Because you're just how often do you see a tank on the road? Like
it's true. Yeah, but also look where you're going when you're in a car. That's learning how to drive with Unrelated.
Driving 101.
People don't, man. They're on their phones.
Oh, I know. Distracted driving's at an all-time high. This is a PSA show that we do here.
Terrible.
Cut it out.
Yeah, but they should have like an X on the hill where Jay Leno's face fell.
They gotta do something.
Like
I think hopefully,
Kennedy.
flash forward a couple months, we can cover, the installation of the new memorial,
Yeah.
the people.
Maybe they'll make it a slide, like
not a slide.
Experience the fall, but like in a
That's
safer way.
Awesome.
Dude, it's like one of those metal slides that just gets so hot in the summer and just kids burn themselves.
You use a potato sack to get down,
because we just have those with us, Terry.
They probably have a couple potato sacks in Greensburg.
They'll supply them when we're there.
Oh, you're okay. This is like an amenity.
It's an attraction.
Come on, dude. No, people will pay. People will pay $5 a pop for that.
Oh my god! Actually, I'm
take the tumble of Jay Leno. $5. You get your potato sack. You get to do it. You get to do it maximum 3 times.
There's a picture, a cardboard cutout of him at the bottom of the hill.
End, of course.
Of his like.
Now, if you're listening to audio, I'm sorry, but here's a real life picture of me on the Jay Leno Memorial slide. And it's actually just that Boston police officer trying to go down that metal slide and eating it hard.
For our audio listeners, this police officer is like face down, but one leg over the slide. But the motion, the camera is blurry. Like he's moving fast.
Well, that was part of the video. Do you guys remember when this video went like crazy viral? It was so funny. The guy was like, I'm going to go down the slide. And it was like, dunk, 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 all the way down. And he just flies out and he like broke his arm or something like that.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Shout out to that man. But that's how it goes, man.
Yeah. That's me. That's me after like 5 Long Island iced teas at Dino's Sports Bar at Greensburg, Pennsylvania.
Got to hit up the Dinos.
Listen, some parts of America, the only thing to do is get drunk. Like that's all they have.
Hey, Steel City, baby. Nothing but respect for our blue collar workers.
That's right. Church on Sundays, Dino's on Saturdays.
That's facts. The other thing I want to ask about is, have you guys seen 7-Eleven's apparel?
Dude, yes.
It goes crazy.
It's better than the Aldi apparel, I'll tell you that.
Well, sure, for sure. Like, I didn't. So when I was told,
it's a big deal.
It is for sure. I was told about this, and I was like, 7-Eleven apparel can't be that crazy. Like if you go into 7-Eleven, like they sell like, crappy little t-shirts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Their like 7 collection, what they call online, is pretty nice, dude.
Oh,
like, surprisingly nice to the point where I kind of want to get something now. But like,
I mean, yeah. So the golf collection was that's the one that really like brought my eye because it gave me like Malden vibes.
Yes, for sure.
And there's a guy on TikTok that I follow that breaks down like brand strategy, merch strategy, anything from like the blanks and where you're sourcing it to like minimum order quantity and all the stuff that like Terry and his brand, they're always working on. Like he went through piece by piece, just like, okay, well, I could probably source that blank. Like how much of a quality lift are we getting here for the price? And everything was made like very, very well, like embroidered, embossed, like quality zippers, like
it's all about
and just
the feel,
like the style. Yeah, nostalgic, but also kind of classic.
It is classic. It's like vintage-esque. Like I would wear all the stuff on this bundle. We're showing
Is
it
it a bag? What is that bag?
That is a big frosty cooler.
Big frosty cooler.
Yeah.
Nice. I'd wear that shirt.
I'd wear, honestly, all of that. I'd throw that bucket hat on.
I like that they are embracing color. I think a lot of fashion brands go like really minimalistic and it's not very fun.
I'm so sick of the minimalistic like branding and like brand logos and mostly sports jerseys for me too now, but like we need to stop with that.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
We're washing it out. It's like I think when done well, great. And I think if per item, like I feel like a candle, it's like a minimal, like, if it's just the color, there's different ways you can get around it, but I think just using minimalism as just the end all be all is you're kind of losing a lot of the character. And I'm not honestly going to stare too hard at any brand's logo to like
Mhm.
understand the ethos
100%.
of their like. I'm like,
Yeah.
ooh, they chose something sans serif, like, and like that's
Yeah.
great because like maybe
Oh,
like
dude, yeah.
it's subtle, but like that's
Yeah.
not the only thing you offer. Like, give me something more. Like, yeah, we like analog buttons, we like knobs in cars. Like, give me something to click.
You see, like Arial font, like especially in sports jerseys. That's where like the biggest gripe for me comes. But like
Mhm.
some, like the Timberwolves, for instance, or like the Denver Nuggets used to have like sweet designs of like mountains and
Yeah.
like cool like stuff that has to do with like or like Toronto Raptors had the same thing where like there were cool different looks, and now it's just like Arial font 14 that just says Wolves across the front, and then it's nothing
Yeah.
else. I'm like, why are we destroying how cool that looked? Like,
Yeah.
Losing some identity there.
I don't like
Mhm.
it.
I love these like redesign like challenges on TikTok too. Like all these graphic designers that will just redesign a whole brand package.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
And because I feel like every time, like you look in the comments, like people are engaged with it. Like they might not buy or be the right customer for that brand, but like they're engaged in the story in like a new way. I wonder if there's a way for a brand to like almost drop a logo or like a rebrand with the intention of designing it again
yeah.
and just like getting that negative feedback to just to start the conversation. I thought that's what
Like
Jaguar
IHOB.
was gonna do,
Yep. Yeah.
or
Same.
IHOB. Like that was
Yeah,
clearly like a good marketing tool.
yeah.
Yeah.
But when I saw the Jaguar stuff, I was like, oh, like I understand what they're trying to do, but they didn't even show a car in the
Yeah.
ad.
Yeah.
I was just
Like,
looking that up.
give
Yeah.
us a
It's really
taillight
interesting.
or like some smoke or something. Like, give me something. Because
Just
it looked like it was like it looked like a seltzer brand.
Well,
yeah.
it's not about the car, it's about the lifestyle.
Oh my god. Shut up.
You're selling the
British
energy.
people, sorry.
I
if we have any
don't
British listeners, but
drive
y'all
a
are crazy.
Jaguar. I live Jaguar.
Mhm.
I'm like,
Shout
cool.
out
So your car's
Victoria Monet.
Listen, the only one Jaguar is like, yeah, Victoria Monet, shout out. I like Jaguar. The F Type is fire though. I do like their cars.
Oh,
I just
I
wish
agree.
they were more reliable, you know?
Yeah.
And easier to
Oops.
fix. Thank you, everybody. Should we
Yeah.
get in some trivia?
Yo, ask me
Let's
some
do it.
questions.
All right. It is trivia time. We got 4 questions. I got an extra if we need a tiebreaker. Hopefully we don't.
Probably will.
We're gonna dive right in here and try to see if we can get some of these things answered correctly.
Mhm.
Question number 1. Microphobia is the fear of what? Vince.
Small.
Small things is correct.
Yes.
Dang.
I decided I'm not going to overthink anything anymore. I'm like, micro, small, answer small.
Just afraid of Microsoft.
Yeah. I love it.
That was quick. All right, 1-0.
That's-
Let's go.
All right. Who replaced David Tennant to become the Doctor in Doctor Who?
I didn't see it.
My thing's red.
Go ahead.
Mine was too, but no, it's not. But I didn't see it. Do you know, Maj?
No. Oh wait, I'm not even on the buzzer anymore. Damn it.
Yeah, you,
Oh my
you
god,
Left. You left the game.
dude!
I refreshed it.
Who invited this guy?
Okay. Well,
Well, neither of us
wait.
knew that answer, though, right?
Yeah, no, you didn't. The answer was Matt Smith for all those.
Yeah, that's right.
listening.
House of Dragons guy.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
All right, Maj, are you back in, bro?
I'm back in, bro.
It's good to hear. Okay, here we go. Question number 3. What vegetable gets its name from the Latin word for branch? Vince.
Asparagus.
Incorrect.
Dang it.
Maj, you can chance the answer.
Celery?
Nope. The answer is broccoli.
Oh,
Broccoli.
that makes sense
Ranch.
because it looks like a tree. All right, still 1-0.
All right. Right.
All right, let me clear the buzzer so you don't
Thank you.
go out and try to come back in.
Yeah.
Broccoli is
All right.
spelled very Italian, but we say it so American.
Well, we do. In
Yeah, we
America, we do.
because we're
How do they say
idiots.
broccoli in Italian? Do they go
Broccoli.
broccoli?
Nope.
Broccoli.
I hope
Broccoli.
not. All right, number 4.
Yeah.
In the human body, male or females have human vocals, correct? Which one is shorter?
Oh, I know this, but I'm assuming you buzzed already.
I did buzz.
Go ahead, Mosh.
Females?
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they're higher pitches, right?
Mm. We're not gonna do a whole class on vocal pedagogy right now. But
Welcome to Medical Minute with producer Terry. producer Terry, why are women's voices? No, you're not going to answer it? All right.
Why do women talk so
Hold on,
high?
let me pull the graphic.
we don't have enough time for that.
We're getting that
All
today. I believe you, me. We're getting that today.
No, we're not.
Okay.
I'm not going to answer.
Oh, boy.
No, so it's tied. So luckily, I have a tiebreaker question.
Nice.
Love it.
Number 5.
But clear that
What
buzzer,
is the-
bro.
Clear that buzzer, bro.
Clear that buzzer. I'm
my
trying to play.
gosh.
I'm scared.
Okay, everybody relax.
I'm scared.
I'm mostly here for buzzer.
I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm scared.
What is the real name of the rock star Prince?
I don't know.
No idea.
Kevin.
Kevin's crazy.
Kevin is a wild choice.
It's not even like first and last name. It's just Kevin. It went from one name to another one name.
Anybody else?
Is it even
don't know
guessable,
Princess.
Terry? Is it even guessable?
Yes,
It is?
It is.
Sure.
Go ahead, Vince.
Joe Smith.
God, no.
Dang it.
Are we trying to get is Prince's real? I think Prince's his real first name, though, right?
Is that your guess?
No, you can't. You
have a chance to answer.
Questions. Just
There's
answer.
a chance to answer.
I don't know his whole name, but
Whoa, there's real first name.
Okay, I think his real first name is Prince.
It is Prince.
Oh, damn.
Good job. All right.
Oh,
Maj won that one.
Oh, man.
Dude, that's
that was
lucky.
a trick
Maj.
question.
But okay, well, what's his full real name?
What?
What is Prince's full government name?
Prince Rogers Nelson.
Prince Rogers Nelson. Cool.
So, actually unbelievably guessable, to answer my question.
It was a trick question.
Oh, man. I'm glad I said small. At least I got one right.
Yeah.
There you go.
Small.
That was I did resort to being like a 5-year-old there. It's like, what does microphobia mean? Small.
Small things.
Little tiny things. All right, shall we wiki roulette, guys?
Dude, let's get into it.
Let's wiki.
Okay, so for those of you who are joining us, the way we approach this game is by trying to intelligently get the least amount of clicks from one to a destination. And it's not necessarily about time, but I think once we get better at it, we can get into these speed runs. But how did we do last week?
So
I feel like
the first
7?
we got 8 last time. First thing we're going to do is learn about a new subject. And then the second thing we're going to do is speed run to another subject given to us by producer Tommy over there.
Nice.
Producer Tommy John.
So
no free ads. No free ads.
Shall we learn about Taruni Sakdev?
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Indian child actress. She made her film debut in 2004 in Velanakshatram. Oh, she died when she was
died
14.
at age 14.
Jeez.
Oh, rest in peace.
She died.
Oh, she died in a plane crash.
In 2012.
Okay.
Oh, this is tragic. Thanks for adding this to the pod.
This was Wiki Roulette, dude. This is Wiki Roulette. This is what happens.
Thanks, Vince. Obsessed with child
Terry,
deaths.
we can't change it. We just have to keep soldiering on. What we're going to do is get away from it as quickly as possible.
All right. How fast can we get to
Oh my God.
to the Sears Tower?
Sears Tower? Okay, wait.
I think Mumbai is where we start.
I think we should try and get towards buildings. So maybe we can get to plane crashes, 9/11, World Trade Center, which was they were tall buildings, and then
Trigger
Sears
warning.
Towers on there.
Yeah.
9/11 is not surprising to anybody.
A whole TW for everybody. Do we go airport and then go biggest airports and then go to O'Hare and then go to Chicago and then go to Sears Tower?
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah,
less fun of a path, but that's fine.
it's
We're going for the straight way.
yeah. You want to know what I find fun? Like considerable tragedies. Is what you
I'm just trying to get to
said.
9/11.
All right, let's do it.
We talked about
Airplane
7/11. I'm just
crash.
trying to
All right,
add 2.
we're doing it now. We already committed to it. So, airplane
Okay.
crash. So,
Yeah, we're just looking at just generic airport or like global airports or something
Okay.
like that.
well, there's
Ooh.
There's a specific airport.
There's the name of the airport, but that's small.
Jamsam.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're gonna have to.
I think
do
we go
that.
from origin airport, right? Because it came from India.
So Jamsam.
No, I think from the other one.
Pokhara.
Hold
Yeah.
on, is it?
That's in
Okay.
Nepal, which is right by Mount Everest.
I think either one. They both look pretty small.
I'm gonna go Pokhara because it looks a little bit bigger. So that's
Do
2,
it.
Terry.
2 clicks.
Yep.
Okay. I think now we're just gonna get to like airports ranked or global airports.
Incidents.
Ooh, international airport or list of airports. That might be interesting.
In Nepal.
Well, I think international airport is the phrasing we're trying to get to.
So
even though it's got a
Pokhara International.
yeah. Is there anything that says like that puts them into a category like rankings, like smallest airports or like biggest airports or like busiest? I feel like that's what we're looking for.
Well, it's clearly not the busiest. I think that's for sure. Yeti Airlines Jetstream 41 is a tube-proof powered feeder line and regional airliner designed by British Aerospace.
Yeah,
I think
we might be able to
maybe go plane type.
No, the thing I said British. I think would be better because that could get us to.
So we go
London
Jetstream
or
41.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I think we can get to Heathrow to O'Hare.
3.
3. That's 3. Manufacturer British Aerospace, primary users Eastern Airways. We're in a crazy place right now, but I think we're gonna get. Ooh,
there we go. United States.
United States.
So that's
not
operations in.
Yeah, civil operators operated
Contour
by
Airlines.
Okay.
Oh wait, hold on. What does it say? Wait, go back up.
There you go.
United States. Okay, what's in here?
American Delta
Connection, Delta Connection.
United. United's in the Chicago company.
United,
right?
It's the hub.
So United Airlines. Should we do that?
United Airlines, bro.
So that's 4.
4.
And then it has to be in
right
Chicago,
there. It's
Illinois.
right there. I'm looking at it right there.
Chicago.
Second sentence.
Oh, this counts, or do we have to get to Sears? Right.
Gotta get the Sears Tower.
Okay.
Like it. Willis Tower, baby.
And
there it
then
is.
Sears Tower. Let's go.
Was that 6 or 7? 5?
6. It was 6. No, 6.
6.
6 for the
Good
last
job.
pick, yeah. Great. Listen, we're down. Listen, down 1.
And we definitely avoid. Let me click out of that one too.
Get her out of here. I'm sorry.
We definitely avoided.
Yo, rest in power, Tarani.
We avoided going to like the biggest tragedy in the 21st century in America too, which I think is like
God, that's firstly perspective, but that's like Americans' biggest tragedy, yes, but not globally.
That's the biggest American tragedy in 2021.
I will say, as we do more of these, I'm gonna give you like a maximum of like 90 seconds
per page.
So
we have to make a choice
per click
to get to the end. To get to the end.
90 seconds for the whole thing.
Yeah.
Ooh, a minute and a half.
See, now it's going to get to those obsessive things where I've just pulled up Wiki Roulette just in my free time, and I'm just like doing these. I'm like training.
Yeah, that's smart.
It's part of my job is to.
I hope next time we don't get a tragic story because
Yeah, that was. I'm glad we got away from it quicker.
Content baby.
I was not. Yeah.
Content baby.
Okay, everybody. Well, that was a great job, folks. Proud.
Thank you. Thank you for putting that together.
You're welcome. Proud moment. Well,
go her. Chicago happenings.
Yeah, let's talk about some Chicago happenings. I actually just went to a cool film fest. I'd love to talk about.
Please.
So, yeah, there's this cool venue in Lincoln Park here in Chicago. It's called Lincoln Park Room, and it's a multi-floor, like content space and like event space. But they started their own film festival called Oz Park Fest, and they showed 2 films last night. It's the I think a monthly festival featuring all local videographers, filmographers, and it was really cool to kind of see what the projects were and meeting the people, but it felt very much like a cool like scene place because both of the artists had done like either the audio mixing or some sort of element in the studio at Lincoln Park Room. And so you get to, hear them talk about the film. We interviewed them like on a kind of open format podcast type thing. And then of course, when the event starts, we see their films, and then it ends the night with music. But it was a really cool event. It was like very intimate, kind of like very low key, accessible, but the films were awesome. One was about this venue on the South Side and like its connections to the rise of house music back in the day. So I thought that was a really cool Chicago story. And then the other one was also focused on music, but specifically like the current music journey of like, and then it was a half documentary of them making the song and working with other artists, and then half kind of experimental video where they'll premiere that film every month and they'll add additional footage or change out certain scenes as they finish the song.
That's
so I
interesting.
thought that was, it was really interesting.
Sweet.
Yeah. What else have you guys been doing? What's been going around town?
The Bears lost yesterday. Terry went to a Bulls game. I have a question for you, Terry. Was it during like the NBA Cup thing where was like the court looking sweet?
Our court was not looking sweet, but the Bulls
really?
were in their tan. They're in their like new tan uniform.
Oh yeah,
tan.
So
yeah,
they do
Let me
this
look this
thing
up.
now. Yeah, let's talk NBA fashion. Some of those jerseys are awesome. Some of them are not awesome.
Oh no,
they do. I don't know.
I thought that was AI.
No,
it's like this is kind of what I'm saying. Like these, and I'm trying to find a good picture of it. It looks like kind of stock made. It looks like someone typed in NBA jersey on ChatGPT and it just kind of shot that one out.
It looks like they're trying to emulate like a pastry, which generally I'm a fan.
I don't mind the color combination. It's just like this.
But why would they go away from like the most classic color combo in sports? Like,
well, this is the
black, red,
question.
and white.
Yeah, and I will say, the Bulls, all Chicago sports actually like pop out a few versions of their uniforms for special occasions.
Yeah.
I thought originally this was like the nod to the military thing, like the Bears do every once in a while.
Oh, sure,
like, like the sideline where everybody has like the tan and like camo sweatshirt and hat. That's what I thought this was. I don't think that's it, but it's an interesting choice.
City Connect, or is that baseball? They do like our city editions is what they call them. And they just like make random ones.
It's a different home. Yeah, it's a different home jersey. In March we get the green one for St. Patrick's Day.
The green jersey,
Really cool. The Bears like rock that really bright orange one every once in a while.
Don't like that one either, personally.
Yeah,
with the orange helmets, it's like gross.
No, I think bright colors.
Is it the Browns or is it the Bears? Like,
that's 100%. Just doesn't fit.
Yeah. Their new helmets are cool though that they had on this past week.
Yeah, where like there's like I think like the 50s or the 60s throwbacks or something. Those are cool.
Yeah, those are
the
cool.
Bulls have also done this well a couple times.
Yes,
but to go back to our point earlier in the show, they keep doing shit like this, and it just takes away from like that cool like classic Bulls lettering, and they just essentially went on Canva and just typed in Bulls.
That looks like made by an intern for sure. I mean, do we think it's just a money grab thing? Because having variety through the year, people are like, oh, it's kind of like a limited thing.
Yeah, but they have enough money to design it a little better.
Because they had they had the the White Sox black and gray one.
Yeah,
I have that. I have that one. That
one is cool. That one's really cool.
So like, I think it's just another option for people to buy. It's like
I think they just sometimes
limited run.
Miss the mark.
Yeah. I'm not a fan though.
Yeah, I don't get it, man. And also, the beige isn't really like a color for the Bulls ever. Never has been.
No,
which I don't really understand it. Like these, there you go. This was a cool one. Hold on, this was a cool one.
Yeah, pop it in there. Yeah, I love that.
They did the Chicago flag edition. Yeah, those are really, really sick. Yeah, why can't they just do that again? Yeah. Why do they have to do the cream one?
Or like lean into that. I mean, that almost like Chicago looks like a baseball font almost, but
I think it's the White Sox font, literally.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. See, I love that connection. That's a story.
Owned by the same guy. I hate him, but owned by the same guy.
What's up, Jerry? What's up, Jerry?
Yeah, we don't have any good sports teams though, so we don't really have to talk about them because they're all bad.
Yeah, but the game was cool. It's chill.
Atmosphere popping.
We win.
Atmosphere, no. Atmosphere is
No.
always popping. But yeah, just not good. Zachy is struggling out there by himself.
He is about to get traded, but
Yeah.
it's okay. Thanksgiving.
Makes sense.
Happy Thanksgiving, gentlemen.
Yes, happy Thanksgiving.
Do you have like a specific food that you look for on the Thanksgiving table? I know a lot of people are obsessed with stuffing. I'm not a massive stuffing guy, personally.
Well, you haven't had mine or my dad's.
That's a
We'll
good
change
point.
that.
Now, my mom makes good stuffing. It's just kind of like, okay, you want to know what I go for, and this might throw you both for a loop.
Don't say
something sweet.
I was going to say pecan pie.
What?
I love
you're a liar, dude.
pecan pie. I told you
No,
this.
you don't.
When are you
Okay,
gonna stop
you don't
lying
need
on
pie.
the
You
internet,
don't need
bro?
pie.
Let's talk about
We
that.
haven't
You've never
went
eaten
over
pie
this.
in front of me
We
or
haven't went
anyone
over
I
this
know.
on this show. I'm getting vilified in the group
Take
chat
a
right
video
now,
of
guys.
you eating pie
By these
and
two
we can
handsome
end
gentlemen.
this.
I am getting
You don't eat pie, bro.
vilified
Don't
about
eat pie, bro.
not eating sweets.
He
I
doesn't
Never
eat
seen
sweets.
it.
do.
He's
I
Never
famous
seen
and
it.
he doesn't eat
sweets.
sweets. It's not like something we made up.
And I look forward. I only get pecan pie one time a year, and it's on Thanksgiving, and it is delicious. I don't care what you say. You guys can say what you want, but I'm going to live
I love
my
pecan
truth.
pie.
I'm a
I
grown
mean, like-
man. I'm going to live my truth, and I'm allowed
I mean,
to.
maybe your truth is more of a fantasy, where like you see this pie once yearly, you walk up to it, you sniff the thing, and you don't
You
take
smell
a
it?
bite.
I'm like,
Like, you're like, sorry, I'm not actually eating sweets, macros.
All
Like,
right,
you don't
so-
eat sweets,
facts.
bro.
So you hit the dessert table.
That's the most thing I'm looking forward to. I think turkey is
Wow.
maybe the most overrated and worst like meat of any like main meal meat. Like I'd rather have ham or I'd rather have like lamb or
Like, yeah, of
prime
like
rib or
holiday-based
something like that.
proteins. Sure.
Okay. Yeah.
Turkey's just automatically dry unless you go through a whole process to not have it dry.
It's an art form for sure.
Yeah.
It's an art
But
form. It's a tough one. I think the best turkey I've had is smoked. I think it's really consistent. It's easy
low
to
and slow.
It's more labor intensive time wise, but
Mhm.
it's easier to do. I think a lot of times people that are responsible for the meal, and this is not a knock on any home chef, but I think a lot of times there are so many other dishes that are taking up your attention that the protein usually takes up all of your time. But on Thanksgiving, you're responsible for like 8 additional dishes, and you may have also done desserts, so like double ovens, triple ovens in a lot of these homes. But the turkey, I think it's also really big and can dry out fast.
You don't thaw it in time. You have to figure out how
You
to
don't
do
thaw it
that.
in time. You got to fight other people to store for it. So it's like, I can see
You
why.
burn your house down trying to deep fry it. Like there's 90 of those videos every year.
Yeah,
No,
absolutely.
deep fried turkey is delicious.
It is.
So,
it is.
And now, do you guys know the trick for deep fried turkey?
Yeah, you put it in oil.
Oh boy.
Slowly.
Slowly.
So,
Very slowly.
the thing is, people I think overestimate the amount of oil you need to cover the
Correct.
turkey, because like
Yeah.
usually the basin of it, or is about turkey size. So the trick that my dad showed me is that you get your apparatus together. He has
I was
like a
gonna
pulley
say, you sound
system to drop it in there.
Just like your dad.
But what you do is you put the turkey in, and then you fill it over with water. You mark where that water line is, dump the water, and then you heat up the oil, dress the turkey, etc. That way, when you have the right amount of oil in there,
That's smart.
you'll know exactly where it's going to go and bubble over, and it's not going to get over. But also, it's like you don't have to deep fry the whole thing. You can cut it up. Why do we
True.
have to present a whole we're not
That's the
Game of,
classic
we're not doing
thing.
Game of Thrones
American way.
Now, I have a better idea. You fill it with the water, and then you put oil in it as well, and then you
Oh.
turn the flame on really high.
Famously, they mix together.
That should work out great. Try
Disclaimer:
that out.
do not do that.
Yeah.
Please
We
don't.
are a health and safety publication.
Okay.
If you're
all right.
coming here for turkey tips, you came to the wrong place. I don't know what to tell you.
All right, Maj. So what's your dish?
What's
you're looking forward
the
to this
dish?
Thursday?
It's honestly not the turkey. I think I'll have like 2 slices and that's about it. I look for the desserts as well, but my dish to make is the potatoes.
Me too.
I've been making the potatoes at my family meals for a few years now, but I do a couple different variations of mashed potatoes that just slap. And I think it's the easiest dish to do because you just add more fat, add more salt,
Yep.
add a little acid, add some herbs. Like it's really easy to adjust.
You're putting LSD in your potatoes?
Listen, a little bit of Molly in there.
Damn.
That's a
Your
different kind of heart.
your family Thanksgiving is
It's
crazy.
lit. It's lit over there. Into the jungs.
Oh my
that's
Yeah,
God.
good times. Yeah, but yeah, I've made them at home as well. And also like time wise, you can do it with potatoes. Usually, it's like people get like the russet potatoes, and it takes forever to like peel and rinse the potatoes. But you can do mashed potatoes with like redskin potatoes or Yukon Gold potatoes, and you don't have to peel the things.
You can also peel them after you boil them, and it's way easier.
That's what I'm saying.
Fun fact.
But if you get like a ricer, like a potato ricer,
Yep.
it makes it fantastic. It's airy, it's light, and yeah. So that's what I'll be doing this year. But I think I'll have one portion of that, and then I'm getting right to the cakes. Like if it's a cheesecake or like a homemade apple pie or homemade cherry pie,
cheesecake.
Yeah, I'm going pie table straight up.
I'm doing caramelized onion twice baked potatoes this year.
Whoa!
Tell us about that.
I saw a really cool video on Instagram, and I was like, "Mom, also happy birthday! Mom, it's her birthday today." And also, happy birthday, Maj, because the day this comes out will be your birthday.
So, this comes out. Is this the birthday episode?
Happy birthday, dude.
Thank you. I often forget my own birthday.
I was like, I'm going to do the potatoes because I saw this thing on Instagram, and this girl made a bunch of caramelized onions, and then you obviously bake the potatoes, and then you cut like the top off, like the little cap of on the side, pull it all out, essentially make mashed potatoes, and then fold in all the caramelized onions, and then you top it with Gouda cheese, and then I'm going to bring it to my mom's house and then bake them off at the end and then serve them like that.
Get a little crispy on the top. Very cool.
I think they're going to be awesome. I signed up for this like 4 weeks ago, and then I looked at the recipe today, and I'm like, this is going to take 6 hours.
Yeah.
So I have to start that pretty early on Wednesday morning. So that'll be fun.
That sounds delicious. They actually there's a restaurant in Vegas, and they have like a baked potato service.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like a gimmick thing, but that's what they do. It's like essentially a twice baked thing, and then take a torch on the top to melt the cheese.
Nice.
But they'll scoop out the potato in front of you, and they'll mix everything up. It's like tableside guac, but for a potato.
That's cool.
It was very Midwestern, and I just really appreciate that.
Give me those carbs,
Terry,
baby.
I know you've been cooking.
Yes.
What are you looking forward to?
I do love this time of year because of we're gonna get the turkey and all that random like standard stuff, but we're gonna get collard greens, mac and cheese, we're gonna get sweet potatoes, we're gonna get ham too.
Potatoes.
You can do ham as well?
We usually do too. We
don't do ham because my mom's allergic to ham.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Well, thank God my mom isn't,
That's what I'm saying. I might come to one of two of your houses.
Yeah, I don't know. I do really love stuffing, or dressing as we call it.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to it. My dad makes it really, really well. And I've learned it, and it's just like, it's a cornbread dressing. So it's like,
never mind. I think I would be very into
Yeah.
It's very different, culturally,
Yeah.
So
you're not getting that Irish Italian dressing. You're getting it's way better.
Very good. I'm also responsible for making apple pie, as I am every year.
Okay.
So that's my grandma's recipe. I'm the only one that recreates it every year.
Did you get apples from the orchard this year? Did you go out and?
I did not go apple picking. I did not. So I'll be buying them from the store, unfortunately. But
that's how it goes.
I'm also the dessert. I love dessert. We get fudge. We get the apple pie. My dad's making a cake, chocolate cake. We're a sweets house. Did you guys have my dad's chocolate cake yet?
No, you've been talking about it for potentially years.
I need that.
Dangerous.
I need that in my life because I would eat it because I like sweets. Ass. You guys
don't believe it. Don't believe it until we see it.
You said you like sweet ass. What'd you say then?
It was at the housewarming.
Oh yeah.
The cake was at the housewarming.
That's true. I didn't eat anything at the housewarming. That's on me.
Well, me either, and it was my party. So
that's true.
I got one piece of chicken, and I think I ate a bit of the artichoke from the charcuterie tray at the very, very end. But most of my meals were just tequila.
Yeah, that's always
well done.
Part of a happy and healthy diet.
Yeah, it's clear.
A new
That's
album came
amazing.
out this week, guys.
Couple new albums, man.
Yeah.
It
The
did.
one in particular caught the world by storm, and it was by a man named Kendrick Lamar.
That's right.
God.
Listen, I really wish I could yell and do the mustard impression because that was so what a moment for.
Yeah, dude.
Did you see that priest that did that?
Dude, yeah.
He did it immediately after.
Also,
like that was
also
the next
Big Daddy
day.
Mark. You know who Big Daddy Mark is?
No.
Yes.
He's he does like the it's time to play the game. You ever seen that
Yeah.
meme that
Oh,
go around?
okay.
He
Yeah,
did that
that's
too, and it killed
Cool.
me. It killed me.
Yeah, let's go through it. Do we have favorite tracks right away? I mean, I feel like I have a vision of what you guys are leaning towards.
I got two that are
Yeah.
my favorites.
I think one of them
Yeah.
is at least shared with me, I would say. Also, now all the features are listed on the album because
Yeah, they
weren't
came out
when he
yesterday.
released it.
Just-
Yeah.
I know, and I love
Genius.
that they did that. It's so smart for the first day or two.
Yeah, just let people figure it out. Use their ears.
Yeah, listen to the music. Don't just click and be like, I'm gonna listen to SZA.
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, brilliant.
Speaking of that SZA song, though,
Yeah, Luther is just
the best one.
I literally I played it for literally 4 or 5 seconds. Also, the classical guitar intro,
Yeah.
brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Luther sample, and then drops the beat. I literally pressed pause and was like, he did not.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, because he like cuts Luther off, and so you're like, oh, I
Yes.
needed more. Because like,
Right.
I feel like it's a different way to approach using a sample.
Yeah,
And it's just like a
but he throws the
little-
pockets
little-
in. He throws the pockets in between the song. Then we get Cheryl Lynn's voice, and we get a little more of her. But like all the string sections, the iconic like we get that. It's just like so well done. I think I've listened to it over 100 times already.
Dude, me too.
Oh,
It's
me
just
too.
so good. It's so
running
good.
them streams up.
It's not
Yeah.
dissimilar to Love off of Damn. It's not
Oh,
dissimilar
sure, yeah.
to it. When I
Yeah.
put
Just
it
like
on, I'm
what
like,
it's doing sonically in the mix. Yeah,
I've been
Yeah.
craving for a song by him that is similar to that song since it came out. And
Yeah.
this has completely filled that void for me. I love this. This is easily my favorite song on the album.
Yeah, it's the best one.
Undeniably. Yeah.
I think Reincarnate is a good number 2.
Yep.
I love all the Spanish influence he's adding there. Also, really leaning into the strings, of course, which
Yeah.
I'm all
So
about.
you're obsessed
but-
with
Yeah,
strings.
that's
Obsessed with
that's
strings,
Terry.
that boy.
This is my album. This is my album right now. But yeah, those are my 2 favorites right now. Just great.
What about you, Maj?
I love it.
You tell
I
me.
think my favorites. I mean, obviously Luther is probably the one I listen to most often, with Squabble Up as a close second.
Yeah,
Just for the vibes, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
super vibes.
I think as a composition, I think Reincarnated's probably the most impressive to me
Yeah.
during the first listen through. But I kept coming back to listen to like TV Off, Gloria,
Yeah.
and Heart Part 6. I think those were
Part 6 was my second. This is what I was going to say.
there's something
Perfect.
about that. I'm like, there's a little bit more I need to discover here. I think they're a little bit more of like a long play kind of vibe. Whereas Luther,
Yeah.
you're like, okay, this is a hit right away. Like it's
Yeah.
whatever this blend is, it's fantastic. But the other ones, it's like, oh, like, ooh, it got a little more interesting towards the end there too. So yeah, honestly, I like the whole thing though. It's like this is one of the ones where I'm looking at like the ones I saved, and I saved every single song. So
Yeah.
it's gonna take a while for me to kind of pick out my favorites, and I think that's just over time.
Yeah.
It does
I agree with
the classic, at least recent Kendrick Lamar thing for me is like the first time I listened through, I'm like, half of them, I'm like, I don't know what he's trying to do with this. Like I like listen to it. I'm like, I don't know if I'm ever going to get into this kind. And there's a couple of them still that I need to like really get into. And then there's other ones like Luther, Heart Part 6 that are like first listen through, I get it, I like it. Now, like probably the 7th or 8th time listening through, I'm like, okay, I see where it's going, like in comparison to everything else in the album, and I can get more into it. And we talked about this last week too. It's like front to back album telling a story. Like this is a concept album in a lot of ways. And I appreciate that because you don't get a lot of those anymore.
Yeah. It's a fully thought out project, 100%.
Yeah. And I love the collaborators. I love that there was no promo for it. And I love that it's like, it has like, with his popularity, I think a lot of times you can confuse someone like that's an artist as like just like a pop, like capital P pop project.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In terms of like how they promote it. And I feel like his team or whoever, I don't know who's responsible for it, Interscope or whatever, but like they're really intentionally just be like, no, he is our artist. Like he writes all this stuff. Like he represents something greater than than what you see, in the show.
Yeah.
And I think
Yeah.
they're really good about positioning him continually, even though he's still at the top of the charts. Like he's still gonna have stuff that's a hit. / it's really good to have an album out before the Super Bowl.
Yes. Just gonna say the same thing. I'm like, I think they really needed to release this to get some hits going for like the next 3 months because
Yeah.
he has a lot of hits, but I don't think he's trying to be like let's go through all the cool songs I've done in my career and more like I'm hot right now. Let's listen to some stuff I'm doing right now. Because at least the last like 3 or 4 that we've seen were all just like tribute, like full career, like listen to what all I've done. Even Rihanna was like majority was early like 2010s.
Yeah. Like her early career is
big hits.
Where he's gonna do like that and all of that stuff, and then he's gonna do a bunch of this stuff too, and people are already gonna know it. I mean, it came out like 4 days ago, and there's like 20 million songs on 2 of them, almost 3 of them right now. Or listens rather. Like, what do we?
I mean,
Luther has 20 million streams.
Yeah,
he's a king.
He's exploded, man. I think
he's a king.
And honestly, last year I was confused because the whole like Usher rollout. I think they just his team just approached it differently, right? He had already been in his residency. He had like these giant anniversaries of his like early albums, and so I think they had already leaned into so much of the nostalgia. And I think that was kind of the angle going into his Super Bowl. It was like, this is a living legend. Listen to all the hits, like all the hits, like residency in Vegas, residency in Paris, and then Super Bowl, and then literally the same day, new album, and it's like started this next chapter.
Yeah,
and they've now used that to start like additional shows and different tours and stuff. But it's just like a different way to approach it because I in my mind he would have released that album like a month before the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
just because like there's some bangers on there I would have loved to see him perform.
Oh, could you imagine in hindsight now?
Yeah, like 8. I mean, but also like you only have 12 minutes, 13 minutes. So
Father John Misty's tweet.
Oh, let's talk about that. You brought that to our attention.
Father John Misty, he's like, not now. I'm furiously scribbling my seeming response to because he looked at and saw every single year he comes out with an album. Kendrick Lamar comes out with an album, and someone said, "I'm so sorry that happened to drop on the worst possible day to drop a new album." And he said, "It's okay. Only other times it's happened was 2012, 2015, 2017, and 2022. Every time Father John Misty drops an album, Kendrick Lamar drops an album. It's like he's doing it despite him. It's crazy.
Yeah. That's wild.
A 5-time coincidence? Like, that's not a coincidence.
Yeah, something's going on there.
Like, there's probably not a lot of crossover. Like, there is going to be for people that like listening to all music, but like, they're in considerably different genres at least.
Yeah, they are.
But like, yeah, it can't be a coincidence. Like if it happens 2 times, you're like, oh, that's weird. If it happens 5 times, 6 times, that is
thumbs up.
Beyond weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kendrick Lamar's got beef with he's gonna have a battle with Father John Misty. It's gonna be a lot different than the Drake one, I'd say.
Yeah.
In my mind, it was like the joke from earlier. It's like they're the label heads that are in charge of just the date or just like informing that.
Yeah.
Like he's got a buddy that he gets coffee with a couple times a year, and it's like this joke that they have. They're like, "Yo, like, does he have an album ready?" It's like, "Oh, cool. Like, well, maybe we push that to like this specific date." And I'm sure like Kendrick maybe recently, that's more like he's more timely in terms of like current meme culture and stuff. So like, and the Super Bowl and all that. So like, hey, like we're gonna aim for this date. And they're like, well, yeah. Well, Father John Misty's album's also finished, so like, let's just put that
at the same time. Yeah.
Let's just put another one out.
Well, granted, I didn't hear that Father John Misty had a new album until I saw that meme. So,
dude,
it worked.
Yeah, it worked, man.
He used
Speaking
to drum
of
for
new
the
albums,
Fleet Foxes.
Yeah,
a lot of people didn't know that. Yeah,
I didn't know this is origin.
Yep,
that's cool.
Yeah,
I've been absolutely listening. I mean, the Kendrick album is fantastic. I will continue to listen to it. I've also really loved the new Blast record. Did you guys?
Should we go into music suggestions?
Let's go for it, man. Because I'll show you exactly what I'm going to add to the playlist.
Let's do it. All right. So before we get to that, let's talk about this cool little playlist called Unrelated with Maj and Vince. Should we change it?
We got to, because Terry's added music to this too.
Terry's added music to this.
Just the and. No.
Get out of here. You're the dash.
Yeah. Look at you go 3 days ago throwing a bunch on there.
There we go.
Yeah, so are you gonna go on that album? Is that your plan today?
Yeah, so this is kind of my recommended. I mean, listen, Kendrick's gonna reach you. Like you'll see it everywhere.
Yeah.
So find it at your own pace, but it's a vibe. I think for fans of rap, like he does service so much of that. But
100%.
for fans of R&B and just vibes in general, Blast has got you covered. Listen, BLXST, sick. He's been one of those guys where like I still listen to like his No Love Lost album from 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a lot. Like
Yep.
and his was it Before You Go, which is 2022.
Mhm.
So it's been a couple years since he's dropped a record, but I was recently getting into Blast, and I think I don't know why no one told me about him until like a couple months ago, but he dropped a 5-disc banger album called I'll Always Come Find You, deluxe. But it's an interesting thing because it's kind of like almost the EP approach, right?
Yeah.
So similar to what I'm doing next year, but it's five discs of 5 songs each. It's listen, there's no skips the entire time. It's
No, there
so
isn't.
good.
Truly.
His vocalism is fantastic. Like there's incredible hits on there, like anything from like Private Show, which has like that Justin Timberlake 2020 like beat switch in the second half of the song, like Dance with the Devil with Anderson .Paak. Like there's so many good songs on this record. Like take your time with it. I definitely added some of my favorites to the playlist, but dude, he pulls out some crazy collabs, but he as his own like vocalist is so strong. It's so smooth. It's so fun to listen to, and he can apparently do any genre.
Yeah.
So
Is there something with like West Coast fellas taking pictures in front of cars and releasing albums?
Oh, straight up.
West
Straight up,
Coast fellas.
Guys, Kendrick Lamar did the same thing on the same damn day. What are you doing, guys?
I think that's a classic thing. I mean, like when you think of a music video, and remember like Terry and I used to talk about this too. It's like, oh, like how do we take those elements of just music videos in general and not, or just be conscious of like the influences. Like if you're going to put a car in the video, why is the car in the video? Is it like a moving shot? Are you doing like a Billie Eilish thing or like an action shot?
Yeah.
Or is it just like a big prop, which is like very much like from like the lowrider, like West Coast, like car culture, where they would do like car meetups and they play music. So like it's if you're part of that scene, it's great. If you're a visitor in that scene, but like I've seen so many rap videos that have sick cars, and like I'm a fan of cars as well. So it's like
I mean, this album cover is
it's all about
sick.
intention.
It is sick. It's so cool.
I really want to do something like that at Sin City and just
I haven't heard it yet.
Like, yo man, let me borrow Rolls Royce. People think I'm rich.
Yeah,
we
can make it happen.
Yeah, Terry's gonna make it happen.
Terry can make anything happen.
There it is. There it is.
All right, should I go to mine? Or Terry, do you have something? I mean, Terry, you went last time, so let's go. You want to go second?
Yeah, what do you listen to, bro?
Well, I mean, since Luther, I've been going all the way back to
Luther?
To Luther Vandross.
There it is.
I have an old soul a lot when it comes to music.
Sure.
Especially when I hear like our current artists doing a lot of nods to the older artists or like sampling, and I've been listening to Luther Vandross ever since I was a kid. It's like it's our parents' generation music. Just like classic R&B, love singing. But yeah, I think if y'all don't know If This World Was Mine, where Luther is from, listen to it, study it, listen to the strings, listen to the vocals. That and probably A House Is Not a Home is like
classic.
Yeah,
and that's a cover. That's a cover.
Yes. So
I love that it's 7 minutes long. Every song that comes out now is 2 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, you think about all the music back then in the day like that. It was a journey.
Like from this to like Pink Floyd. Like every song was like 7 to 11 minutes. Like they're telling you something.
Yeah.
I think what's cool
eventually
about
I'll get out of
House
this.
Not a Home- Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I think just like the story of that, like it has such another life from like its theatricality too. Like it is from the Dionne Warwick film.
Yep.
It was a song in that movie. And then he covered it and made it his own. But then they also put it in Glee, which LOL, they put everything in Glee. But like if you listen to that,
if something encapsulates Luther Vandross, it's Glee.
It's Glee.
Yikes.
It's Kurt Hummel doing Luther Vandross.
Absolutely not.
God,
Absolutely not.
Yeah, God,
I have beef with Ryan Murphy for that specific episode. Like,
Yeah.
why are we doing this?
We didn't need that.
You didn't need that. But the song on its own, like he's telling you everything you need to know. Like you don't need to know anything about this man or his artistry or anything, all the other hits. Like you can just have that and you get it all. And there's something interesting to listen to every single time.
Yep.
And yeah, it's one of my favorite songs of all time. But Terry, what have you been actually like playing in your kitchen and like slowly dancing around the room?
Ooh, like regular. I am a huge fan of. Oh my god, I can't think of her name right now. I think I go through these waves where it's like I pop on a playlist and I'm going through all the top songs. Then I go a little deeper. But yeah, I'm still listening to like a lot of Mahalia. Like she just released a new album.
Oh, love.
So I'm going through that right now.
She's
haven't
English.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't found my favorite yet, but her new music is great. She's a great vocalist. I love Mahalia. Yeah. And then, it's Christmas time, so let's bring out the Christmas tunes.
Oh,
Nah, it's too early. Although, did you guys watch?
I haven't listened to any of it yet.
Couldn't be me, man.
Yo, we should watch. We could do a live stream watching Jacob Collier's Christmas special. It's
Yeah, I'm gonna
it's really
save
well
that
done.
for my
Obviously,
Christmas decorating.
Oh yeah, that's a great one. Yeah, great. Yeah, I just got a new TV, which I'll talk about for the rest of my life.
Yeah, as you
but I was
should.
like, yeah, as I should. And it's just really well shot. I think he does 3 or 4 songs, and obviously he's a genius in terms of his arrangements and his musicality. But he takes like really simple tunes and just like flips them all the way upside down. He's got a sit down choir with him.
Them.
So he's kind of performing to the choir, and then they sing back at it. It's actually kind of a beautiful way that they shot it. And just like the amount of tech in that room, because I think they filmed it at Abbey Road. It's just amazing to see like all these old microphones that he's using, and like a Steinway that they flew from New York for the performance, like all this cool stuff that Grammys can unlock for you.
Yeah.
And he does not waste any bit of it. Like he delivers very much so.
It's so good. Can't wait to watch it.
Come on, bro.
All right,
watch it.
What I was gonna say, eventually I'll get out of this oldies music and suggest things I'm actually listening to. But Vinny, it's all you, bro.
Absol, baby. We haven't talked about TDE enough today. This new Absol album is awesome. He's lyrically like probably my favorite rapper in the last that I've started listening to in the last 2 years. This album rocks, dude. The only thing that disappoints me is there's no car in this album cover, but it's all right.
Maybe it is. It's just like really like the contrast is not there.
Yeah. It's just back. It's back in the back.
Yeah.
There is something to be said about this. First off, Blast is on this album.
Oh, I am.
He's on The Sky is Limitless with Asia
Holiday. With Asia Holiday, yeah.
And that is the best song on the album by far, in my opinion. Dude. I mean, Jid's on it, JID, however you say it. Ty Dolla $ign's on it as well. A ton of cool features, but lyrically, this is crazy. It's definitely much more mainstream produced than like the Kendrick one is kind of.
Sure, yeah.
But this is also a nice front to back. California Dream with Vince Staples is pretty good too. So if I'm not listening to Kendrick, I'm listening to this right now.
Okay.
So go in and check it out, guys. And I'll add a couple songs on our playlist because you have to go find it. Unrelated playlist, or just scan that QR code down there. I made it bigger so you can scan it this time.
Yeah, there we go. Nice, boys.
Yeah, that's that on that.
Go follow the playlist.
Dude, I can't wait. Yeah, man.
Link, comment, subscribe.
Yeah, and honestly, tell us what you're listening to. I think the best part about having this show be weekly, it's like we have time to listen to the music suggestions from the community. So please comment. Give us some suggestions. Like we'll cover it on the show. Like if it's ass, we'll tell you. If it's great, we'll say so. Like it's a community.
If we think it's ass, I don't know if we can just be like, this is just ass.
Oh no, Vince, you've done that to me. What are you talking about?
That's subjective opinion, sir.
Music is subjective, true, but there's sometimes when like I'm just wrong, and that's cool. I embrace that, but I still like music is very personal, right? So 100%. You can listen to it on your own time. I know there's people out there just that listen to R. Kelly every single day and don't tell anybody. So
hey, Real Talk is still a banger. I don't care what anybody says.
dude, all of his music is
What
good.
they eat
Back-
won't make you
Yo,
shit real.
Gotta pay
talk.
Backyard Party at least twice at the cookout.
Dude, we
At least twice.
all go to the same barber, and he was playing R. Kelly on Thursday. So he played the I'm a Flirt remix 3 times in a row, and I'm like, okay, sure. That's from
Yeah.
2006.
It's good,
Yeah.
dude.
Happens.
Yeah.
Follow our stuff, like our stuff. Have a great Thanksgiving.
Yes. Eat
And happy
well.
birthday to me, I guess.
Happy birthday
Yeah,
to
happy
you,
birthday,
dude.
Maji.
You look
Yeah, I'm
great for
turning-
19.
I'm turning
Yeah.
20 next year.
Congrats, dude. One more year and you can
Congrats on
drink.
Yeah.
Wow.
Ciao.
All right, boys.
It's been real.
Later.
See you soon.
Bye.
See you next week.
Baby, you can waste my time, my guy. We can go there if you want it.
Oh, boy.